Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
Cameroon. Anwata nego go engoten duneko go. Agane mitwa wono tune, agane mipune wono tuni. Okomo wana tegu ba moki moki ayakati go 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 go. Hey! Obo bine ma bituma o. Obo bine ma bituma o. Obo bine ma bituma eme momo. Obo bine ma bituma eme momo. Ibine kuni, ibine zang, ibine ji, ibine ta, ibine gene, ibine gene, ibine gene, ibine. Abajibo. Gafon agwanga zakre ye momo. Oumni. toko ayakati. Wa 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 wa. Go 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 go. Oh baby, na ma baby ma oh. Oh baby, na ma baby ma eme mama. Ibine ngune, ibine tang, ibine ngi, ibine ta, ibine gane, ibine gane, ibine gane. Anonago engongo tendwine, inyirike mwanginye katemetere kwako toko ayakati. Wa wa wa. Chop, 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 chop. Longe. Stop, 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 stop. Aje. Askesek, askesek, askesek. Benung, 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 benung. Wow, 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 wow. Chop, 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 chop. Benung, 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 benung. Anonago engongo tendwine, inyirike mwanginye katemetere kwako toko ayakati. Wa wa wa.
Sen go back and go me. Are you on a booger? Oh yeah yeah. What's on Zambia? What call you got? 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 Lucas, no, what call you got? Come on, go some bar, what call you got? Lucas, no, what call you got? Come on, go some bar, what call you got? What's on Zambia? What call you got? What's on Zambia? wakayuka. Mobae wakayuka. Ibae wakayuka. Yebe wakayuka. Yebe wakayuka. Wakayuka, Watson Sangria Wakayuka, Watson Sangria Wakayuka, Yebe Wakayuka, Yebe Wakayuka, Yebe Wakayuka, Wobo Wakayuka, ay ay, ay ay, Watamre, Wabamre, Blackie. Wakayuka, Kamongon Sipal Wakayuka, Parukasuno Wakayuka, Kamongon Sipal Wakayuka, Watson Zambia Wakayuka, Watson Zambia Wakayuka, Parukasuno Wakayuka, Mobae Wakayuka, Ibae Wakayuka, Yebe Wakayuka.
My people, when I listen, That way we coming, let them come. I'm ready to enter even the couple, dead or alive. Something has to change in Bamenda. Southern Cameroonians are treated like animals, and it has got to stop. Somebody has to stand up, and that person is me. Yes.
See what the terrorist regime of La République du Cameroon are doing to our innocent people. They were looking for money. Since they couldn't see money, they decided to take the life of this innocent child for about 2 months. We are pleading for the intervention of the international community.
Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Them are shooting us, them are killing us, them are burning our houses, so them are killing us, them are shooting us, them are raping our children. Wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do. Atanga Chipolo, wait till we do, Mr. Pia, wait till we do, La Republico, wait till we do. UN is watching when they are killing us, they are burning our houses. Oh, AU is watching when they are killing us, they are raping our children. The land is green, the land is beautiful. That's the reason they are killing us. The land is green, the land is beautiful. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like
If you have a flu, okay, running nose, you can cut onion, just cut it into half and then strong inhale it. About 20-30 times. Okay, the medicine of the onion will kill a lot of all this bacteria. Or you can chew garlic for a few seconds and then spit it out. And then you have some lemon also. Cut it and then suck some lemon. This one will prevent flu. Are very good. Share it with your friend. God bless you.
Dear Amazonians, dear televiewers, once again, you are welcome to your favorite program, County Roots. And I am your humble servant, Comfort Confor. Welcome to County Roots. So before I go ahead, I would like to introduce to you my guest for tonight, who is no other one but Dr. Zama Isaac. Dr. Zama, welcome to County Roots and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much, Comfort, for inviting me. And I want to say good evening to all our people on Ground Zero.
Okay, thank you once again, dear televiewers. Thank you for tuning in, and please, we just play that you would like to share. Thank you, Cantona. Thank you. Good evening, Jenny Ijang. Thank you, great people of Ambazonia. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, please just do us a favor, share. We all know that the enemy is just not sleeping at all, knowing that we are here using this platform, this outlets to tell their evil to the world. And all they could do is try by all means to corrupt the Facebook administrators to shut us down. But however, they have forgotten to know that we are unstoppable. So if you could please share to someone so that they join us, so that they know that we are live, so we can discuss. Today we've got just two subjects on our table, but which are very, very, very crucial. We would like to talk about coronavirus. We would equally like to talk about Amba Farmer's Voice, which we are going to introduce to you tonight. However, before we go ahead, we would like to do our traditional thing on this platform. So we are going to begin by observing a minute of silence in honor of our fallen heroes, in honor of our heroes who are suffering in jail because of our independence, in honor even of our refugees in Nigeria. So please join me as we observe a minute of silence. I'm sorry, this is not coronavirus. Just my throat is actually dry. Thank you. So the minute of silence, please. It starts right now. Thank you. So thank you for joining me once again, and may the souls of our great heroes who have gone ahead rest in peace. And for those of our people who are suffering in jail, we say courage. We are together with you in spirit. For those in the refugee camps in Nigeria, we say courage. We love you and we are fighting together and we will make it home as soon as possible. So thank you once again. I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Comrade UN. I acknowledge the presence of Zongo Alino, the Secretary of State for Home Affairs and Resource Mobilization. Thank you for joining in, and please share so that people can join us in. So like I said before, tonight we are going to be talking about this much talk about topic, this topic that is making waves in every news platform all around the world, this little thing they call coronavirus. So we are Amazonians, we are not left out. It is not because it's not home or it's not in the refugee camps in Nigeria that we think that we can give it a deaf ear. because the world is reporting that coronavirus is not only an epidemic, but it is equally a pandemic. God forbid, we don't want it to come to our side. But however, looking at preventive measures would not be a bad idea. So we just want to look at it. We want to see what Dr. Zama has for us. We want to find out what is this thing, what is it all about? Are there any preventive measures at all? So if you could do us a favor, Dr. Zama, once again, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us, just introduce to fellow Ambazonians in the most simple English you can, let us know what this coronavirus thing is all about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Comfort. I think I would like to speak to our people in the language that we think they'll understand better. This program is meant for people back at home. So, Mami dem and Papa dem for Ambazonia, on a good evening. We can talk this evening about this thing where they hear all over the world, they call them say coronavirus. So because of the because this thing it really be serious, now I would think say more come this evening, come make we talk about them, make we give us some information where the Center for Disease Control for United States for here, now some big government office where they do research for all kind diseases them. So that they don't put out information, now I would take and say make we come to we can share around with you now. So again, what to be COVID-19 or coronavirus? This virus it started for late 2019. Now some sick way where it come about where you get difficulty for breathe. If you get this sick, you get difficulty for breathe, and then the specific signs where it first where when person get them it manifest or it show for a skin now fever, cough, shortness of breath, and shortness of breath. It means you need to breathe easily. That's what they call and say shortness of breath. So now the signs and that way where it shows say where at least where doctor for here they don't discover and say people where they get coronavirus now the signs and that way they show them. This coronavirus it take between 2 and 14 days for actually come out and then for become a flu a full-blown virus. So when you get them, maybe sometimes the first time you know really know so you get them. But between 2 and 14 days, that way doctor they feel really discover and say you get them. How did they get this virus? This virus it be transmitted from one person to the another, and the way doctors over here or the Center for Disease Control.
Dr.
Okay.
Zama, please, before
Yes.
you really go ahead, I would like to, I'm sorry, I at times I find it difficult communicating only in Pidgin because this TV station covers the entire sub-Saharan Africa, and we have fans, we have people who watch us from West Africa who are not Amazonians. That is why at times I like to talk. So if you find something important, this is information to everybody back home. Home in this sense may mean the entire sub-Saharan Africa. So that said, you have listed the symptoms of coronavirus. So what can people do immediately they realize that they have shortness of breath, they have fever, or some of the symptoms that you listed? What should people do about that?
Okay, before we get to what they should do, I think it's important to let people know how they contract this virus. This virus is this virus. Okay, this virus is spread from person to person. In the US, it's you can get it between 6 feet from the next person, but at home it will be a distance of about 2 meters, and so if most people get it through coughing. If you cough the spittle that comes out of your mouth is what actually transmits this virus, to the next person that is beside you. It is not a respiratory illness. It's not something that is in the air that you breathe it and then it affects you. No, it comes purposely or particularly from the spittle that comes when you talk or when you sneeze. That is how coronavirus is transmitted from one person to the next. And so it has, the scientists or the experts have given a distance of between 6 feet or between 1.8 meters or 2 meters. That's how you can easily get these droplets that can affect the next person. Another way to which is through which it is transferred is by touching the surface of an object. For example, if you're sitting at your desk now, at that table where you're sitting and you're eating with somebody, if you have coronavirus and you coughed, and the spittle went on the table and somebody came to that table, they can easily pick up the virus. So those are some of the some of the means through which people can actually get this virus. Or if you sneeze and if you sneeze through your nose, the droplets that come out of your nose can actually transmit this virus if it gets onto another individual, another person who is by you. Because some our face has cavities like the mouth, the nostrils, or the eyes. If you keep rubbing your eyes, that is another way that you could transmit the virus to yourself. So take for example that I have it and I coughed, or somebody coughed on the table, and I came and put my hand on it, and I touched my eye with it. I could actually get the virus through that means. So those are some of the ways that those are some of the easier ways that people can actually contract this virus.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get back to your question. You were asking, how can this virus be prevented? Especially in a situation like in the refugee camps or back at home where we don't have, where the hygiene is not the best. So there are some simple things that our people can actually do, to try to see how they can prevent this virus, which is very, 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 very important. I hope that people at home are following the news around the world, in the UK, in the US, in Italy, where lots of people are dying. And so because of the seriousness of this virus, it is very, very important for our people to really, really take precautionary measures to see how they can prevent themselves from actually getting this virus. So since this virus transmits itself through cough, if you cough, one of the ways is that you shouldn't cough in your hand. Through in your hand like this. Don't like we do at home. Don't fold your hand and then you cough inside. What the Center for Disease Control is recommending is that you should cough in your sleeve. If you have to cough, cough like this. That way, your hand is free. It doesn't transmit onto your palms that you can use to maybe touch your eyes or touch your mouth, and then or your nose to transmit the disease. So please, this is particularly important at home. It's our culture. It's part of our culture that we cough in our hands, and so our people should take this seriously and learn and try to see how they cannot cough directly in their hands. They can cough in their, like they can make their hands like this and cough if they really, really have to cough. So that is extremely important. So that is one way that, they prevent, or that the doctors and the scientists have recommended that people should, help to prevent the coronavirus. The second thing is that they're recommending is that people should wash their hands after they cough. I know that at home is going to be extremely difficult because we don't have water everywhere. You know, people go to the market, you know, they touch plantain, they touch tomatoes, or they touch njama and they touch everything. Because houses are far away from home, it would be difficult to get water in the market for people to, you know, to constantly wash their hands, or to have hand sanitizers like it is available in other countries. But what can we do? We just have to educate our people, especially those who are in refugee camps, that they should try as much as possible, you know, to always wash their hands. I know soap, some people may not have soap, but what they can use in this instance is, if people don't have soap in the refugee camps, or those of our parents who are in the bushes, what they can use is they can use wood ash or niki to as you know, as a disinfectant, or as a detergent, you know, to wash their hands. So that is very, very important. Um, um, People at home should do everything to wash their hands. If you are going to the farm, when you get to the farm, before you eat, wash your hands. Another thing to prevent also this, you know, this virus is the idea of, we have a culture of always greeting people. You know, if you're going to the farm, you meet somebody on the road, you greet. You know, you extend your hand. If you're going
Right.
to the church, you greet. You meet somebody, you greet. That's our culture. It's a good culture. But now, today, because of this virus, scientists and doctors are recommending that we should refrain from greeting people. If you don't greet somebody, it doesn't mean that you don't like that person. No, or it doesn't mean that you know, it is just because of the nature of this disease that scientists and doctors are recommending that people should refrain from actually shaking hands. This is going to be very, very important, especially in church, because it's part of our culture, or it's part of the Christian, some Christian churches. When they go to church, at a certain point in the service, they will talk about passing of the peace, where you get up and you greet somebody and say, may the peace of the Lord be with you, and things like that, and you greet somebody. That is a vector, or that is an instance where you can transmit, you know, this virus. So we are appealing to the pastors, to the you know, to the reverend fathers, and to the imams, and to all the church leaders, that they should figure out a way to actually greet people without either hugging them or without greeting them, you know, by hand, so that you don't transmit this disease. Because as of now, our hospitals are not equipped to actually deal with that kind of catastrophe. We don't know who has it and who doesn't. So because
Right.
we don't know, let's try as much as possible, you know, to prevent, to prevent the spreading of this virus, which can be very, very, uh, which can be very devastating to, to our country and to our refugees. And at this point where we're fighting war, people don't have money to go to the hospital. So we are pleading with everybody back on ground zero, and in our refugee camps, to refrain from actually hugging people or actually greeting people with their hands. It is not, people should not take offense to it, that you are wicked, or you're not my friend, and things like that. It is just because of this disease that doctors, it's not me who is prescribing it, it is the Center for Disease Control that does all this research about these viruses. And so we just want to bring this information to our mothers, to our fathers, down in ground zero, and for those who are in refugee camps. Places like our markets, where our mothers go and sit for the whole day. Those are places where you can easily contract these diseases. In the United States, for example, schools have been shut down because of this disease. And so, because schools have been shut down, they don't want to spread it because it's going to be catastrophic for the hospitals, for a country like the United States, to shut down schools for the next 2 to 3 weeks, so that they can have an opportunity to clean, the schools. That is something serious. So we are trying to let our people also take this seriously and see and try to follow these simple precautions on how to prevent the disease. I see you wanted to say something, Comfort.
Yeah, yes, Dr. Zama. I know you are already on the point where the people in America and the other countries are closing down schools for hygienic reasons. But our state, we have not reached here yet because coronavirus has not yet reached home. We pray it doesn't get there. But what in case back home or in Nigeria, someone discovers that one of the people around has the symptoms like you listed? What should they do immediately?
Okay.
Immediately they find
Thank you
out
for the
that
question.
it's one of them. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, that is a very, very good question. When somebody has the symptoms that we gave earlier of fever or cough for within 2 weeks, if you start having those symptoms, the best thing is, if you can, go to the hospital. If it's possible, seek medical advice. That is the easiest thing to do. Just to seek medical advice. I think as we go ahead, we'll come to to a section where we might talk about some kinds of foods that can boost the immune system. But before we get to that, the first thing we should do is, if you suspect that you're coming down with a virus, or with this virus you're coughing for almost 2 weeks and the cough is not letting off, please go to the hospital. Secondly, stay away from people. Don't go to the market. If you're coming out, if you suspect that you're coming down with something like this, don't go to the market. Don't go to church. Don't go to where you have other people. If you're in the refugee camps, please try to stay away from other people. Try to isolate yourself. What they call here is social distancing. Social distancing is that you should not go too close to other people who may still be who may still not have the disease. But back in our situation back at home, how can social distancing really manifest itself? Again, yes. Okay, so if you suspect that you're having this cough, please don't go to the market. If you want to cough, cough in your, fold your arm like this and cough inside. Don't go to church. Try to avoid staying with other people or going to school and things like that, because that is how you are going to transmit it to other people. So those are some of the things which we believe that within our communities back at home, those are the steps that people can take to try to prevent this disease from spreading. Our prayer is that it shouldn't get there, and for it not to get there, please let us take precautionary measures.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Zama, for that brilliant explanation. People actually are appreciating that from the comments I can read here. People find this very important, and we pray that we should do our part to actually spread this message to our people back home and in Nigeria. We just want to keep our people safe, because we already have a virus that is killing our people more than coronavirus, and this virus is polio. So we cannot let coronavirus come and add to it. Then we'll be left actually with nothing. So it's our duty to keep our people on guard. So that said, I would equally like to know, is there a particular age that is more vulnerable or susceptible to attracting this disease, to contracting this disease, or can it easily affect any age group? So I don't know. This is good to know.
Yes, thank you, Comfort. From the Center for Disease Control has put out some statistics, and the age group that is most vulnerable are the older people. Those that are really, really vulnerable are those who are above 80 years old. And then those, the next group. So our parents who are above 80 years old, those are the groups that are most vulnerable. Why are they most vulnerable? Is because their immune system is weaker. So if coronavirus were to come in, those were the people that would affect most and the fastest. The next group would be our parents who are between 70 and 80 years. Those are that's the age group that would easily also get coronavirus if they came in contact with somebody who had it. This disease will affect everybody, but because the younger people from 10 to to 29, I'm looking at the at the graph here. For people who are between 10 and 29, their immune system is still a lot stronger, and so they can resist this virus much more than our parents who are from 50 and going up. So our young people should ensure that our grandmothers and our grandfathers, they live in a very clean environment. Always get them to wash their hands. Take time to explain about this virus to our older parents who don't watch television or cannot read and write. So take time to explain what this is and some of the symptoms and the importance for them to wash their hands. And so if there's no soap, our young people should make Niki or potash or use wood ash, and make and have our parents use in washing their hands. There are some people who still use Sabulu soap. Sabulu soap it's good because it has some antibacterial properties inside, and so those who have those soap or people who know how to make Sabulu soap can make Sabulu soap for people who are in the bushes who cannot buy detox, some of this some of this antibacterial products in towns. They can make Sabulu soap and have our mother, grandparents, or those in the bushes, to use them. So in terms again, in terms of the age group, the people who are most vulnerable to catching this disease are the older folks from let's just say from 60 going upwards. So those people should really cautions. Don't cough in your hand. Cough like this. Try to reduce greeting people with your hands. When you go to church, stop. Let me say stop. Stop passing the sign of the peace by greeting people and things like that. So these are the people who will be most affected.
Yeah, you just mentioned a word which equally switched my mind to some, or extended my mind by thinking to some other group of people. You talked about the elderly people, that they've got this weak immune systems. But amongst us back at home and like any other place in the world, we have people who are pretty young, but because they are unfortunate to have some illnesses that affect the immune system, like the HIV and so on. Do we need to keep an eye on such too, or is it just the elderly people?
Yes, no, we need to keep an eye on our sick people, on our brothers and sisters who have HIV, who have different kinds of illnesses. We need to monitor them. And again, just look for the signs. If they have extended fever or extended cough, going up to 2 weeks, just have them tested. It doesn't mean that they have coronavirus, but if it's possible, take them to go get tested. For some of the people who are in the bushes, who are unable to come to town, let the young people or parents really monitor them, and look for some of the country medicine that that they have been taking, that that cure fever. Sometimes, depending on the situation, when we were growing up, there were some therapies that our parents used to do, though some of them will boil fever grass and guava leaves and give us to drink. It worked at the time. Scientifically, those things work. So if there are people in places where they don't have access to go to the hospital, and they see somebody coming down with this, they can try some of those alternative remedies that our parents used to do, and try it. That's not what that's not something I'm saying that people should do. But if you are
Right.
faced in a situation where there's no doctor, what do? Let's try something. We have some
Okay.
of our parents. Yeah, go ahead.
I think what the last thing you said was just like leading me to the next question, because in the Western world, they are rich, they've got everything at their disposal, hospitals are everywhere, you've got supplements and so on, vitamins. Those are things that are not common on our shelves back home, and even if they're there, not everybody can afford. So is there any particular type of food, or is there any way of nutrition that you can advise? What should people take most oftenly, especially nowadays, that can boost immune system, whether to the young, to the old, or to the sick, or whatever? Is there any particular thing you could advise that people should mostly feed on, or any way of feeding that could really be of help?
Yes, Comfort. I think that's a very, very good question. Because of the nature of this virus, and for people who are in the bushes and who may be very, very vulnerable, it's advisable for them to try to include eating fruits that have some vitamins, vitamin C's, and fruits that have vitamin B. Those would help in boosting their immune system, not only for the old people or for the people who are actually sick, but for everybody. If you can have access to some of these fruits, you should eat them. Pawpaw, or what they call papaya, but pawpaw is a very, very a good fruit that people should eat. It has an enzyme inside, which it's a rich it has pawpaw is a rich source of what they call carotene, and pawpaw also contains vitamin A, and so it helps in promoting healthy eyes, healthy skin, and healthy tissue. So for people who are in places that have pawpaw, please eat a lot of pawpaw, because it will help to boost your immune system. Let me say it again. This is not medicine for coronavirus. This is just, fruits that can help you to boost your immune system, so that if in case you are going to be attacked either by corona or any other disease, because your immune system is strong, you'll be able to prevent you from, it will take some time for you to be able to get these diseases. So other things too, which our people should eat, which is part of our diet. Ginger is it's another good a plant that has antimicrobial properties. So our mothers should use this to cook. If people have not been using it to cook, if you can have ginger, please use it to cook. I remember when I was growing up, sometimes my mother would take fresh ginger and just clean it and give me to eat and just chew it. So those are some of the things which people can take. Oranges too is a very, very, very good one. People who are in places where they have oranges, oranges have vitamin C, and vitamin C is very, very good for health. So it also helps in in iron absorption in the body. People who can afford, who can buy oranges or lemons or grapefruit or mandarin, all of these fruits, which are called citrus fruits. Please, those who are in the southern zone where these fruits grow, please try as much as possible to be eating. If you can eat one mandarin a day, or if you can eat one orange a day or one grapefruit a day, that would really be helpful. If you don't have enough, please give it to the younger kids, from 0 to 5, and then from to the elder people from 60 and going up. So because of the war, we don't have enough money. When you have some of these things, give it to to some of the populations that are very, very vulnerable. Also, carrots. Carrots, they contain vitamin A. This will be, for people who are in Santa who grow a lot of carrot. Please don't only farm this carrot and go sell them. Now is the time for you people to start eating some of these carrots. So it will help to boost your immune system, and when your immune system is boosted, it will it will prevent you from easily getting some of these diseases that we are talking about. Another thing too, which people should also consider, if they can lay hands on, is garlic. Garlic, it's part of our diet, and so if you have access to garlic, cook it in, as you normally cook it. It helps in boosting the immune system. So comfort. Those are some of the few things that our parents, that we think people at home can easily lay hands on, that will help in this situation.
Okay, thank you so very much, Dr. Zama, for the brilliant information that you are feeding our people with. You are not being a resource not only to Ambazonians but to the entire sub-Saharan Africa. So thank you to dear televiewers for tuning in. Please do well to share and stay tuned. Today on County Roads, we had just 2 topics, but they were not just, but they were powerful topics. We are just at the point of rounding up with the first session of this show, which we were dwelling on coronavirus. What is it? What are the causes? How to prevent them? And so on. And after this, we are equally going to go into another major topic, something that is very important for our people, especially those on ground 0 and ground 1. So please stay tuned, share, invite someone, such that we can actually digest this together. I will continue to disseminate it until it reaches everybody back home and in Nigeria. But Dr. Zama, before you round up, I would equally like you to say something about this. What I know nowadays, we live in the Western world where we have all these things. At home, in the hospital, we have we have all kinds of wipes and so on, that immediately something drops on the table, or if you cough or you spit or you finish eating, you clean the table to sanitize it, to keep it clean and so on. So back home, we don't have some of these things. How can people keep manage this part of hygiene, like coffee on the table? And so how do they manage that? Like in school, children are sitting on the table and playing, someone coughs and the saliva drops on the table, or any of the bodily fluids. How do we manage that back home?
Yes, again, that is the challenge that we have at home. So it is very important for our teachers, our headmasters, our principals, to educate the students and the children about the importance of daily hygiene. In primary schools, for example, I think what we'll suggest is that the teacher and the teacher, every classroom, if it's possible, should have a bucket of water and a small cup with soap, that when children come in the morning, before they get into the class, after morning devotion, the one kid would take the cup and carry water, and let one other kid wash their hands with the soap, and then the other, they wash their hands before they go to the classroom. As they're sitting in the classroom, the teacher should explain to them about coronavirus and how they can get it, and about the need not to cough in their hands, to cough in, the need to cough, to cough in their elbow, so that to prevent the disease spreading. How to clean the desk and the table. Parents should volunteer to send towels. Use an old towel, wash it at home, or the teacher or the headmaster, they wash this towel at home, they dry it, and then they iron it. for those who are going to school, they iron it, and then they bring it to school, so that they can use it to sanitize the table. If they don't have sanitizers, they can make a lot of Nikki. A lot of Nikki is a good sanitizer. You can soak the towel in the in the Nikki, or in potash. Let me call it in English, so that everybody who is not Amazonian, people, when you have potash, you can soak it inside, and then you can use it now to clean the tables, for the kids to sit on. So those are some of the little things which I think people can do in very, very resource scarce areas. But for people who are in the cities who have money, they should buy they should talk to their doctors, or they should go to the pharmacies and find some of these products that they can use to sanitize and clean their toilets and clean their tables and things like that.
All right, Doc, this is very important. I thought I was going to stop, but I think I would give you 2 minutes now to make a synopsis of what you find important about coronavirus that you want Mama and Papa them to know in Pidgin. Emphasis on the use of potash as a sanitizer. They need to understand this really well. So you want to put it again in Pidgin, so Mama and Papa, they can hear. And if I live in the city, I would tell my mom to do Nikki and send to me. I won't go to the pharmacy to buy it. So I think they would need to know about that. So carry on.
Okay, thank you, Comfort. Mami them and Papa them for Ambazonia, for Ground Zero, and for Ground One. We can't put down and say some sick them come on now for outside with the economy say coronavirus. This sick it be na sick way pass mark. It don't pass the doctor them for America, and doctor them they don't know what to do. So they don't come out with some way we fit take for prevent this sick. But the first thing I want to say, how did they catch this sick? You catch this sick now when you for near some person, the person cough. When you cough, because small water they come off your mouth, or small spit come off your mouth, if you go for some touch some other person, then that person it will catch that sick. No be sick way they walk inside dust, where like say now in a dry season, you carry that sick when you breathe. No, the signal when if you sneeze, if somebody get kata, you sneeze, and then small kata come off your nose, it touch somebody, that person if you get that sick. Or if you sit on top table, you chop. Or must say for kitchen, for village, for kitchen, when I begin and they chop, and then some other picking cough. That if it catch that sick, when they cough enter inside chop when they chop. So how for prevent this no, might give the symptoms. The symptoms now say when you see somebody get fever like for 2 weeks, or it only cough like for 2 weeks, that one then a sign say maybe if you don't become infected by that virus. But the fact that you get fever or you cough for 2 weeks, it don't mean so you get them. So if when you don't see picking you don't get fever for 2 weeks, or you don't begin cough, make una try for go for hospital, make a test, make doctor test it, so that they fit try for treat them. So now how we fit prevent for get this sick? The way we fit prevent, and I say make una not cough inside una hand like this. No, that doctor they don't talk say make we not cough inside our hand like that. Make we you bend your elbow. If you get cough, you want cough, you bend your elbow like this, then you cough inside your elbow. And then another thing too, where doctor and talking say, make we know the overgo for place where people then plenty day. Like for church, when you go for make we try for see how, when because plenty people there for church, now some place that way if you easily catch that virus. So if you suspect, say you get them, make you no go for church. And then secondly, for market, because we market in the flop, like lock up market for Bamenda, where that market the flop people they work like Anzem, or for back market, or for entire market. If you suspect so you get them, make you not go for market, make you send your picking, they go buy something for market. Or maybe the way they sell. If you suspect, so you get that thing, no go for market, because if you go for market, you cough, you go distribute them, you go share them for other people them. And because we hospital them, they don't get plenty medicine them, they don't get plenty doctor them for treat. If you get an epidemic, if everybody get them, now you would try for advice everybody, say if you get this sick, make make you try for stay away from other people there. And then when I go for church, when a time for pass the sign of peace, make when I not try, when I not salute people with hand. When you not salute somebody with hand, it don't mean say you hate that person. It just say this sick don't come on now. Doctor they talk say make we stop for salute people them. If you want go your farm, you want go market, you see a neighbor, you say, Mommy, how no, good morning. Yeah, good morning. It don't mean I say you vex or ye, not just because that the thing that way doctor talk say make we not do it. So comfort that the small advisor that way I will try for them for mommy them and will papa them for home now about the sick.
Dr. Zama, you don't forget thing where you become forever talk. Tell them what about Nikki. You know what? You don't forget that one.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very important. They want to know, yeah.
Okay, sorry, mommy.
Right.
Yeah. So one way for prevent this disease for people to forget, and I say we must get to the wash we hand all the time. If you chop before you want chop, you must wash your hand. I know say we get fashion say when you come off farm, you come back from farm, you cannot you go you take your collar, you broke and you start chop. When you wash your hand, you must wash your hand. Anytime where you come off from one place, you go for the next, you must make sure so you wash your hand. You come off a farm, you come off a house, you must wash your hand. If you go for latrine, if you go for toilet, you must make sure so you wash your hand. So 19 away doctor they don't talk say you must wash your hand with soap. So, but because of the situation we're there for country now, where we'll get war, some people are there for bush, they don't get money for buy soap, they don't get money for buy antiseptic. What you if we do now say, when I feel make Nikki, when I feel make potash, when I feel make Nikki, when I use them now for washing the hand. That Nikki, they so it get something inside where, where it get the same power like antiseptic. So now you advise people the way they live inside bush, or the one the way they inside town, or one the way they inside village, but where they don't get antiseptic soap. Say make they use Nikki for wash their hand. You take small Nikki, you rub your hand there, you wash them, and then you take water, you rinse them there. It go also work. So person where you not get Nikki, if you still use wood ash, you carry small wood ash, you put it inside your hand, you take small water, you mix on there, you rub them for your hand, you wash your hand for here, so you can't reach for here. You wash your hand, okay, you can't reach for here, you wash them, so you wash them, and then you take water, you rinse them there. Then that way it will prevent we forget. Now one way that way doctor and talk say more use them for see how we stop this coronavirus.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Zama. Thank you for your patience and your time. Sorry for putting you through this, but we just had to do that.
No,
So
no,
I think
comfort.
this is very yeah.
Yeah, it is our responsibility, to help our people. We don't want to have an empty country. We want to make everybody from Amazonia be safe. And comfort. Before you go, I beg something where I forget. This one that's something Amazonia doctor we tell me say when I come for the program, my talk with people back home. Say because of the situation we're in now, make people them reduce for drink mimbo, for drink beer. Why that doctor then talk so? It talks so because when you drink, when you continue for the drink mimbo, it go make your immune system, it go be weak. If it be say this sick one come, it go fit easily catch you because your immune system be weak. So because of this sick, doctor they talk say make mommy them for country, make them reduce for drink beer so that make their immune system make it strong, make them can chop plenty food and make their immune system strong so that if it be say this disease one come, their immune system, their body go fight this disease and they not get them easily.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc, for that information. So once again, dear televiewers, thank you. You are watching County Roads with Comfort Confor, and I was hosting Dr. Zama tonight. We have just gone through the first part of the program whereby we've been talking about coronavirus and trying to give important information surrounding this virus to our people. So I don't know, Mr. Nanchop, thank you too for your time and your patience. The man behind the screen is Mr. Nanchop. I don't know if you can give us just 30 seconds break, musical break before we go back. We come back, the fellow Ambazonians and dear televiewers, please stay tuned, invite someone, share to someone, such that we come back to another topic, which is equally very, very, very vital. You want to learn, you want to know about Amba Farmer's voice, you want to know what it is all about, you want to know why in the amidst a revolution, amidst a revolution and a crisis like this one, somebody comes up with something called Amba Farmer's voice, and he thinks that we should discuss it here. So you want to stay tuned, you want to invite someone such that we look at this and see where it is taking us to. So musical break, hoping that Mr. Nanchop is going to do that to us. So yeah. Thank you, Dr. Zama. Everybody is really appreciating. Dr. Rice has got some important information here while waiting for Mr. Nanchop. Let me read what Comrade Dr. Rice is writing here. He says, how can I contribute or donate to Ngoketunjia humanitarian project? Okay, if you want to reach out to Ngoketunjia humanitarian project, please, the Cash App information is displayed here on the screen, and everything you need to know on how to get there, you can just check what Comrade Dr. Rice has put on the screen. Apart from that, please, before we get our musical interval, I hope that Comrade Nanchop, Mr. Nanchop is listening to us. I would like to remind you again that we are at war, and we cannot forget there's no way I'll sit here and talk and go back without mentioning money. So please don't keep a dime that is supposed to be sent out for this revolution. Contribute, join your local government area, join your county, register to the CID, citizens in CID. What is happening to me? Yeah. I forgot what CIT is. Can someone help, please?
Hello,
before they said me, kick me out
of
here.
If you have a flu, okay, running nose, you can cut onion, just cut it into half, and then strong inhale it. About 20-30 times. Okay, the medicine of the onion will kill a lot of all this bacteria. Or you can chew garlic for a few seconds and then spit it out. And then you have some lemon also. Cut it and then suck some lemon. This one will prevent flu. Are very good. Share it with your friend. God bless you.
Don't too much disturbance. My people when I listen.
Dear televiewers, thank you for your time. You're welcome back from the short break. Thank you for your patience and your time. Please keep on sharing. You are watching County Roots with Comfort Convo, and my guest for tonight, once again, is Dr. Zama. We have just rounded up the first segment of this show of tonight, and we are going to continue now with the second one, which is we are going to talk about the Amba Farmer's Voice. But before that, I would like to apologize that I actually forgot what CID means. This is compulsory independence dues. It is your responsibility, your civic responsibility as an Ambazonian to fund this war, and this is one of the platforms whereby we expect everybody to do this, because we want to get the enemy out of the way. Like I said before, we know that coronavirus, they say it's pandemic, it's an epidemic, it's a whatever, but we have a virus that is more of a killer disease than even coronavirus. This virus is Paul Biya of Yaoundé, and we actually need to get rid of it. And oh yes, we know that we can do it. So thank you once again, Dr. Zama, for your time. So you have just created this program that you run both on Facebook, on YouTube, and I think on through the satellite back home, which is called Amba Farmer's Voice. Just tell us a bit, what is it all about? What is Amba Farmer's Voice? Dr. Zama, you are muted. You have muted yourself. I can't hear you. You have muted yourself. I can see that your lips are moving, but I can't hear. I can't hear you. You must have touched something. Just check on your screen, the screen you are using. You must have muted yourself. Just look underneath the screen where you have the V mix call thing. Maybe you have touched the microphone somewhere. Just check. Mr. Nanchop, can you help, please? Yeah, dear Ambazonians, we know this is just one of the things that it's just part of the package. We face this every day, but then by God's grace, we're bigger than this and we're moving on. So we just want to hang on until he finds his voice again, such that he can finally let us know what Amba Farmer's Voice is all about. We can't hear you, Dr. Zama. We can't. I don't know if Mr. Nanchop is aware of the fact that this is happening, so he can equally help from his side. Please, we just pray audience to be patient enough. We are going to get there, of course. If we don't pass through all of this, we will not have stories to tell when we get back home. So this is just one of them. Let's stay tuned, let's hang in there and wait while he sorts himself out. It's just maybe a mistake of the little finger, and that's it. We find ourselves mute. Yeah. So, oh dear. All right. I will really, I don't know, disrespect you, or sorry, dear audience, by calling Mr. Nancho right here in front of you, because we need this program to move on, but we can't move on if we can't hear Dr. Zama. Okay. Yeah. Well, the show, please, I just keep asking, please be patient with us. These are the things that happen every day. We are just learning, we are moving, learning on the job. We've never done this before, but here we are, we need to do it. So if we get hooked up, we just want to be patient until we get ourselves sorted. So please keep sharing and inviting someone, be patient. We are going to really sort it out as soon as possible.
Um,
At
Clarissa is
last.
saying that the sound is.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Okay,
Yes.
good. All right.
Welcome back. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. What was your question again, please?
Yes, we were just going to ask you to tell us what Amber Farmers Voice is all about.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Comfort, for the for the invitation and the question. To talk about Amber Farmer's Voice. But I would like to crave the indulgence of your other viewers, to speak in Pidgin, because this program, it's designed specifically for our people, even though it
All
may
right.
benefit other people in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
So, umami them and papa them for Ground Zero. Amber Farmer's Voice. Now, there's some program where we Ambazonians them for diaspora. We don't think about for see how we fit transform with agriculture. We use our now for help people them whether they're back home for Ambazonia. And it be very, very extremely important now because of the difficulty way with the face them. People do not get work. Um, uh, uh, People do not get money for buy things. So how we fit improve with lives by growing enough chop. So now I think that way Amber Farmer's Voice it will do a lot of research for come about for see how we parents and back home with brothers and sisters they will fit use small techniques them for grow for transform with agriculture from which we will know them and from for which way we would like to see them for into Amazonia. So now a vision how agriculture it could day for Amazonia once we get to Boya.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Zama, for this wonderful initiative. But we would really like to know more about this. We are at war. So, amongst every other thing that you could think that you would do to move this war forward, was it really necessary to create Amber Farmers Voice now?
Yes. I think say Amber Farmer's Voice now one of the most important things that we will need now. Even past self-defense. Because everybody get for chop. Everybody they chop, right? Well, with self-defense people they chop. Because with self-defense people they chop, everybody they chop. Because people they run go for bush. Because people they not get money for go buy fertilizer or for buy chop. How we fit make sure say even though we not get money, but at least every Amazonian before he want sleep, we must make sure say it chop. So agriculture you know no war. Whether war day or war no day, people they must chop. So if people they must chop, how we fit make and say make we grow chop plenty so that it will feed everybody for Amazonia, at least for this time. Then when we don't eventually get our own country, we go see and say the agriculture, now farmers them, they go make Amazonia go develop. And I want guarantee everybody for Ground Zero. So we go see them how we farmers will go transform the Amazonia within 5 years. When we get to Boya, within 5 years, we don't need we don't need timber, we don't need oil, we don't need other things. We go see how we go transform, we go transform agriculture for Amazonia for develop that country.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Zama. You just talked about fertilizer or things like that. So I don't know, what exactly are you going to be discussing? Or what exactly are the type of things that Amber Farmers Voice is going to discuss that we can really benefit from at this point in time?
Okay, at this point in time, some of the things that some of the things that we will talk, we will figure out how we self we feel make our own fertilizer.
Okay.
We don't be we don't buy fertilizer all the time. We see and say this fertilizer it it give we lot of illness, lot of sick. But wait and they way if we make we own.
Oh dear. Okay, he is freezing. I don't know if. Hello, Dr. Zama. Hello. Can you hear me at all? Okay, he seems freezing. I hope that he really comes back. I don't know. It's just a bit of network problem this time around. From the look of things, we hope that he does come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Doc, you're welcome back. I really do hope that this network behaves itself so that we can finally tell people what Amber Farmer's Voice is all about. So, like I was just saying, dear televiewers, this is just part of the puzzle. So we go through hurdles. So this is just to show that freedom is not free. Freedom is not cheap. Freedom is not just served on a plate like gizzard. freedom is not just gotten like you wake up one morning and just say, here's your freedom, you can have it. So you have to go through a lot, and this is just one of them. But then, thank God we are back here, and we hope that someone can hear us, because my screen here looks frozen. I hope that they can hear us.
I
So
can hear
please
you.
just let us know. Yes, okay, I can hear you too, Dr. Zama, but I hope that our audience can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us so that we can move ahead. So like we were saying, Dr. Zama, we were asking you how did you think that Amba Farmer's voice was the most important thing for you to come up with, and you were about to tell us all of how important it is in a war zone like our own in Amazonia. So if you could just continue to educate us more, give us more information about Amba Farmer's voice and how much we need it now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Comfort. As I be the talk, hungry, you don't know any war. Anybody where anybody from Amazonia, anywhere in the world will need chop. But now we get war, people they know the work. How we fit make sure say make with farmers them. 90% of the population na farmers. So how we fit make sure say they grow enough chop where it go feed all of Amazonia. So now the idea that way some of we were out here where we get agricultural experience, where we don't study agriculture. We want now one come down for bring that knowledge, for bring that sense back, for help with mommy them, with papa them, so that may they produce enough chop where it go for everybody for Amazonia. As I be talk, restoration forces, everybody the chop. So now the best time where because war day, we ask ourselves, where then they way, even you walk that so small place farm, but that small place farm you walk it go produce plenty chop. Where you go fit chop some, you sell some, and then for help yourself because we not get money. So that the whole idea that about Amba Farmers Voice, one transform farming for Amazonia. And so one secret with I want to tell my for country. Say for this America, they saw farmers them now one of the richest people them for this country. Why? Not because they get money, now because they get sense. And so when I meet them, when I don't struggle, when I don't sell Mimbo, when I sell Accra, when I sell them for school, say we can't see how they do things over here. We don't can see them. Now you want to bring them back now for Amazonia. And all we could join that sense together. We could make Amazonia agriculture will be one of the best for Africa.
Okay. Doc, before I go ahead, I just want to read to you a question from Comrade Christy Megnoli. He or she says, I should ask Doctor, is Amba Farmers Voice an NGO like Farmers Cooperative? Is Amba Farmers Voice an NGO?
No, Amba Farmers Voice is not an NGO. Amba Farmers Voice, it's an educational program. That Amba Farmers Voice no be NGO. The educational program where people then where they don't study agriculture, they want to bring that information now back for with mommy them where they there for country, for brothers and mommy them where they there for country, and they want to bring back that information now through the medium of ABC Amba TV, because we don't get our own country, but we people them get for chop now, war day now. So we want to use all the platforms them. People them where they there for person where they get Facebook, or the one where they get YouTube, or the one where they see ABC Amba TV or any other platform. We want to bring this information now for help with people them. For ground zero. No be NGO. Now just people then where they study agriculture, where they don't can see how things do for how things that work for other parts of the world. We want to bring that same experience now, man, for country.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you once again, dear televiewers. Thank you for being patient with us. Thank you for tuning in. Please keep on sharing And I will use this opportunity to extend my lovely heart warm greetings to Tubo Alan Felix. Hi, I greet you. So thank you for tuning into County Roots. So that said, Dr. Sama, you just said, and you are really emphasizing the fact that this program now is very important because we need to eat. So what exactly, once again, what exactly do you intend to be discussing on this platform, Amber Farmer's Voice, that would be of benefit to our people?
The first thing, the first edition for this program, it will start very soon, maybe tomorrow, and we'll see, but maybe it will start tomorrow, 8 p.m. Amber time. The first thing we will talk now, how we feel make we own fertilizer.
Okay.
That way, whether you did that from Kambe, or you did for Lebialem, or you did for Mundemba, or you did for Usai, any mommy, any papa will learn how to make we own fertilizer. That way, nobody no go ever move 5 francs again for a pocket, say you want to go buy chemical fertilizer. And then you go see I'm say one of the reasons why this will be critically important now, because the fertilizer we will talk about now, organic fertilizer. That one means say the fertilizer where chemicals no the inside. For people where they be grow before, we see and say, umami, then they used to stay for a long time, 80, 90, 100 years. Why? Because the chop where they grow at that time, it never get all these chemicals and where they put it inside like fertilizer. This fertilizer now, when they put it inside chop, it bring plenty kind of sick them. So we Ambazonians, we don't come learn how we make our organic fertilizer. We want to bring that system back now for Ambazonia, for Mamidem, so that they go produce their own organic fertilizer, so that the chop they will make it will be healthy enough for chop. And not only that, organic chop it be very expensive. So we get a big market for Nigeria. We get people that come for Gabon, they can't buy chop for at least place I know they can't buy chop for Santa. So if we start beginning grow organic chop, it go bring you plenty money. So it will also stop you from removing money from pocket so one will buy fertilizer. So now some of the advantages in that way we system we produce our own fertilizer. So that one will be the first edition for Amber Farmer's Voice. Eventually, we will also talk about how we feed Mami and what are you doing for where mundani or you there for where or you there for side we feel make we own local fridge where it go fit. If you get ripe tomatoes, it go fit keep the ripe tomatoes for 1 or 2 weeks. Now, thing in that way, other countries they don't experiment them. It work. So we want to bring all those things now, make we learn how we make all those things, make it improve with lives, especially now for this time we will get war. So now the kind of thing in that way, Amber Farmer's Voice, it will bring all this information for simple way for Mami them and for brothers and back home when they're farmers.
Okay, thank you very much. This sounds very, very interesting. I can't wait because I know what it means, what parents go through. Even affording, like in my village, affording a bag of fertilizer is not everybody can afford it because it is damn expensive. So you spend money to buy something, you don't only buy, you buy, it doesn't even benefit you. What you gain from it could only be an illness or some other form of disaster to your health. So if this is what Amber Farmer's Voice has at heart, then we are really in a revolution. We are really in the course of turning Ambazonia upside down. Ambazonia shall surely become great again. And I think that I'm interested. I just want to follow up until I find out. I just want to hear mama and papa them call from home to say, I don't make my own fridge. I don't fix up my own thing, keep and where when I keep my tomato, they don't go bad. I keep some leftover food and it doesn't go bad. I can use for 2 or 3 days. This is very, very important. I think Amber Farmer's Voice could be a platform to reckon with if you keep to your promise, what you are telling us here. So thank you for this great initiative. Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
yes, Comfort.
So we are really
I won't
appreciate.
guarantee you. I won't guarantee you, and I won't guarantee all mommy them for country. Say yes, I'm
Yeah.
a farmer's voice. I'm a farmer's voice.
All
We go
right.
keep the promise, and we go deliver all the things that we'll talk so we will do 'em.
Yeah, sure. This sounds so interesting that county roots may want to visit Amber Farmers Voice live at some point in time if you are practicing wherever you are, because we want to see exactly what you are doing and to confirm and to see how it goes. Why not? It sounds interesting to me. I'm sure Mama and Papa, they are just like fingers crossed. I hope it works. So why not? We trust you because we know what stuff we are made of. Ambazonia has
Absolutely.
got brains, and
Yep.
we want to use everything at our disposal to make Ambazonia a brand new country, not only
Absolutely.
in sub-Saharan Africa, but in the world. We want to raise ourselves to the standards of whoever calls themselves a big country. We are going to be one. So thank you for that great initiative.
Comfort. You don't talk something about the world. Ma just brings something don't come from my head. You talk so Ambazonia, it go be country where it go be reckoned in the world. I want to assure people and say we for Amber Farmers Voice. We go teach we papa them for mommy and how for make we own mimbo.
Okay.
For how for make we own we will use we own wide mimbo. That mimbo where they make them for guzang or for batibo umbu. We will teach people the how they fit bottle that mimbo it could find and they will export that mimbo for America because for here we the drink white mimbo way it come on for Ghana. Ambazonia too for Batibo or for Guzang or for wherever where they get banga where they make wine mimbo, make una know say as we get to Boya, we go start import wine mimbo of America.
Perfect. That is a great promise, and we think that we Ambazonians are looking forward to that, because yeah, we know that we have everything it takes to be a country, and we are just proving it every other day. And Amber Farmers Voice is surely one of those platforms that, like I said, we want to look deep down to see what you have. So you apparently you are planning to officially launch Amber Farmers Voice. Is it tomorrow, Monday?
Tomorrow Sunday.
Yes. Tomorrow, I'm sorry, tomorrow Sunday. Thank you, doctor. So what is the topic of tomorrow so that people should be ready? At least people should tune in tomorrow on Amber Farmers Voice to hear what Dr. Zama and his team has got for us. So what
Yes,
would you be discussing tomorrow in particular?
yes. Tomorrow we could talk how the first thing since March don't come and a farming season around the corner. They can start farm small time. We will think say it will be better. We will talk about how to make your own organic fertilizer. So tomorrow, the thing we will talk now how to make your own organic fertilizer where you know what need to go spend any money for any place. You can make your own by yourself in less than 10 minutes. When I was young.
Okay, this is perfect. Are you going to be on ABC Ambas TV tomorrow? Because I'm not hosting you tomorrow, so I don't know. Are you live here tomorrow or on Facebook? You have, you have not yet
Commandante
responded
will handle
to
that.
my. All right,
Yes,
all right. Thank you. All right.
the
Yeah, this is
technical people will
really
handle that.
important. All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure that is care of the technical team. So thank you very much. So fellow Ambazonians and televiewers from all over Africa and the world, tune in tomorrow. Stay tuned and follow Amber Farmers Voice. It is created for Ambazonians at war, but it can help any other person. So you just want to tune in and see what they've got to offer. So that said, there is one of the sections of the program that you call indigenous technical knowledge. Can you explain this one? A big grammar, doc. Thank God you are speaking in pidgin. Indigenous technical knowledge. Can you actually explain to our people what this is all about? What does that mean?
Okay, Ambazonia indigenous technical knowledge. It means say now the sense where we mommy them or papa them they get them where we want try for bring them back for develop Ambazonia. Wait to happen now and I say for white man country, they will take all their own country fashion them. They see how they fit transform them for help them for develop their country. We for Ambazonia, that will be grow up, that will be small picking them. Maybe they will not say if they cut this leaf of guava, they give you chop them, it will stop diarrhea. So that one now we indigenous. Indigenous means say na sense way it come on inside Ambazonia. So we want try for bring back that knowledge where it be indigenous when Ambazonian knowledge back now into the limelight. When we bring her now, we begin the way they don't go school, they want the way they do university, they will take that information now, they see how they feel make it help Ambazonia. Now, so white man country grow. They use their own knowledge, their own country fashion them, they develop them, make their country grow. So with Ambazonia now, we want bring back some of that knowledge where some they don't lost, some umami them they don't, some papa they don't die go with some of that knowledge. The way they still remain, we could try for see how we fit revive that knowledge. If we need to improve that knowledge, make it help, we go improve them now. We'll use scientists that will take some of that knowledge, they will improve them now, they will write them for books, and then they will teach them for schools for see how we use them for develop Ambazonia. So I think that way another aspect for another section for Amba Farmers Voice now, how to revive the Ambazonian indigenous technical knowledge. And I get that idea. That way I be do school for here. I will do my doctorate degree. So one of the course I be taking, I'm going to say indigenous technical knowledge. And the thing we will study for that course. Now, how different parts for the world they use their own country fashion. I'm not going to say country fashion, so I mean everybody understand. They use their own systems to use them for develop their countries, like for Asia, like for China, like for Japan. I think that will be studying. So we want to try to bring that same concept now for Ambazonia. So how that one go work? I say eventually when people will call from ground zero, if you know how if snake bite you, when they for bush snake bite you, which kind of leaf if you use them if for chop and may for treat that one where snake bite you, on a call or talk and meet people that hear. So that one they can say Ambazonia indigenous technical knowledge.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doug. This explanation has just brought something in mind. There's something I know in health law, which they call reverse innovation. And reverse innovation in health law is this situation whereby what I know, a concept or an idea or some creation that has been made, something new that has been that came from Africa or one of these poor, low-income countries, is being borrowed and used in the advanced world. I think this sounds like a good avenue for reverse innovation, because if we do this using what we have back at home, say in Ambazonia or in Africa, to develop our own country, I think these people, the people of the West, they will equally want to come and have a look. How did you get here? So this sounds really, really great, and it sounds so promising, and I can see a great Ambazonia in front of us. So I really do thank you so much for this initiative. And I believe that it's really worth following up on what you are doing to make sure that it benefits everybody. So we want to share, and thank God that you present it in the language that our parents back home, everybody understands, and nobody will find a difficulty in any way. So is there any other thing you would like us to know about Amba Farmers Voice before we open lines for people to either contribute or ask some few questions before we round up?
Yes, the thing where I would like to add and say, Amba Farmers Voice will not get monopoly for knowledge. The Amba Farmers Voice is somewhere we want to we will there for diaspora, or we will don't do agriculture. Make people in where they there for ground. Make we come together. We bring that sense, that knowledge. We always get them. We share them for improve with agriculture. So we go to call or appeal for people and where they're there for ground. If you know how to do something very well, if you know how to grow some particular crop very well, if you know some leaf where if you take you mix them, you pump your tomato there, it will kill that tumbo them. That the kind, when I call, when I will tell we will broadcast them, so we will share them for the whole for the whole Amazonia. So that whole idea that about farmers' voice. Now say people where they don't go school and maybe they where they there for country where they know how to do something, we will bring all that knowledge. We'll share them. Just as an aside, what will happen? I say once we will go for Boya, with the hope, say the first thing at the back of my them, we will put pressure on whatever government go for Boya. The first thing where they will build for Amazonia, for every local government area, will be a school of agriculture. School of agriculture, so that the student them will, whether you grow na beans, you grow na corn, you grow na njama, the student them they go know how to do research for no say if you plant njama for this day, it go reach for this day, it will germinate, and then from this day you start put fertilizer. We want for professionalize with agriculture. So
right.
This one now just forgive an idea for mamidem and for parents say the Amazonia will fight for. We farmers them, they will be one of the most educated because we get that knowledge, not to will stop we from developing that knowledge.
Okay, so before I go ahead, Doc, I'll say a few things that you will just you will give a response to everything that I'm going to tell you from here. One, Comrade Christine Menyoli says, you should tell our people, say make you beg with people, make them no sell their land, no matter how much buyers offer them. That is one of the proposals. Yes. Point two, you have said something that is very important, and I remember a conversation I had with someone on Facebook Messenger. I think it was one of the days we had a show here. He was telling me that he uses cassava peelings and so on to fabricate feeding for his poultry, for his piggery. He's got pigs and so on. So those are the type of things. If Amba Farmers Voice is open to ideas and information from all over, I think you would like to give a phone number that people can reach out to you to either seek for information, for advice, or equally to chip in what they have got, so that we bring this information together as much as we can. Let's actually build a bank through you, if you will let your platform be used as such. I think by the time we get home, people will talk about us. So if you have a number, if Amba Farmers Voice has a number, people would like to know. And so our comrade says, tell your people, make them not sell land.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Comfort. Yes, this issue for sell land now one of the most important issues them we will get out of Amazonia. Which we would like to tell everybody, Kambe, go reach down for Dian, I say, make nobody no sell agricultural land. It no matter how poor you be. Right. Because the only thing we get now we land. Maybe tomorrow we government they go bring foreign companies them, may they come go drill oil or may they come cut timber and stuff like that. But the thing where Ambazonians make we no agree. I say make we sell with farming land because we get the sense for develop that land. And right. I want this opportunity for promise all Ambazonians say the day where we get that independence, 5 years, that's some money for agriculture. It could develop Amazonia where we don't even care about oil, about timber. And then secondly, any foreign company, I tell them, everybody from Amazonia, make una no ever agree. Send me some foreign company, it come off for America or for Britain, come say the one can buy land from India and say the one plant Bangladesh, or the one can't. We Amazonia, and then we get money, we get the sense where we could open we own plantation, any kind of plantation we want. The information they out there, we will find the information. We Amazon, we go develop with agriculture. So agriculture now the one thing we go own them into Amazonia.
Okay.
We get people that now
Thank you.
where they come out for the way people now where they come out for from Cambe, they go work for a day and all that. We get
Right.
people where they be hardworking. All where they need now just for educate them a little bit. And with agricultural colleges, them they'll get until they call and say farmer field school. When I think for massive for every 1 year, they will take some 2 weeks to go bring mommy them for agricultural college them. They can learn new ways them for do things, and then we could develop the agricultural land. So Christine Magnoli, thank you so much for the idea about talking about selling land. Make
Right.
we know, may nobody know, especially agricultural land. Make we no ever agree. And for the young people then where they watch today or where they go watch in future, make we no ever agree. It no matter which president come for cheer for Amazonia, we Ambazonia, we could develop with agriculture. We get the knowledge, the information that we will do it.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Zama. This is so rich. This is so important for Ambazonians, and I think I wish, and I'm inviting every Ambazonian to join in. Just make sure you subscribe to the Facebook page, Amba Farmers Voice, to the YouTube channel, and watch out for Amba Farmers Voice on ABC Amba TV. Please come up with any idea. Let Amba Farmers Voice know what you do and how, so that Mama and Papa them, they can benefit from it, and so that we can make Ambazonia great again. So that said, Dr. Zama, while we are calling on Mr. Nanchop to open the line so that people can call in to contribute, if you have any other information or advice, a piece of advice or greetings to people back home, you are welcome to do that.
What I want to say, I'll be very, very excited about this Amba Farmers Voice for see how we fit all mommy the way the country, everybody with the country, and we don't go school, we do agriculture. How we go join, we can join sense, we join with knowledge for develop the country. Farming, we Amba farmers them, if you promise I said they will be very rich. Why? Because of technology. Which I want to tell you, I say, we get some people that now when the computer people them computer engineers them where they develop system them where mommy go there for one it go sell the beans for one it go fit track that beans once he sell that beans for one it go use a phone they'll pay that through a phone it go track a beans from one if he be say he get a customer from for Bamenda where you don't send a one bucket beans for that customer for Bamenda. Driver will go from one, he go take that one bucket beans. He just put something inside your phone, say yes, I don't take one bucket beans. And then once you go deliver for mommy customer for Bamenda, mommy customer for Bamenda, he could just put we will just put something for a phone, some code for a phone, mommy phone. I go get and say I don't, he don't receive the beans. So I just want to try for let Ambazonia know say for this area of agriculture, we do work very, very hard. Restoration forces they do their own work. People them they do a lot of things for the background. So make for make people that know say will know this, which will know the sleep. The reason why Amba Farmers Voice come out because we need chop now. We need everybody for for grow enough chop for feed for feed everybody. So now the reason that way Amba Farmers Voice they say more put Amba Farmers Voice now make people then start learn some of the things then so by the time we want reach boy people they don't already know how to do these things and then we'll just get into it.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, dear Ambazonians. Okay. calls are already coming in. It's really embarrassing that I have to. I don't know whether you hear. I forgot to put my microphone here, so I just need to. Let's see how it goes first. All right. Okay, just give me a second, please. Let me just step out and get my microphone so that you can hear our callers. Lines are open. Please just call in now so that you can talk to Dr. Zama. Never mind. You people know that I am mommy picking. So I'm doing things in a disorderly manner, you should just bear with me. When we get home, we'll do better. So yeah, lines are open. Please, if you have any contribution or any question, you can call in now, and we are ready to talk to you. So meanwhile, Dr. Zama, me in particular, County Route on this platform, we are interested in Amber Farmer's voice because the idea sounds really great. So anytime you think that you have something to send out there and you want to come on ABC Amber TV, please always let County Roots know, and we would happily host you here so that you can pass out this information to our dear people back home and in Nigeria. So yeah, somebody is calling. You don't call on County Roads on a video call. No. So lines are open. If person want call, please make you call for WhatsApp. Don't call for video. Just call. Make a direct call, not through. Not don't do it. Don't make a video call, please. Call WhatsApp and not on a video, please. Yeah. So let me just see if there are a few comments for you. Yes, okay, I'll just read as they go. Comrade Crispo Kelly says, freedom is not achieved, it is won. Yes, and we're up to the task, of course. Why not? And then Easy goes down, Amazonians start this lockdown. Yeah. Okay, this one, I think this was contribution to your first to the to your first presentation about coronavirus. This is important. Comrade Christy Menyoli says breastfeeding for babies boosts their immune systems and it benefits the mothers too. So me mama them breastfeed speaking for long, especially this day the way coronavirus they outside and a lot of difficulties.
Yes,
So
true. Absolutely true.
yeah.
Make mommy they continue for breastfeed, and then make
Mm-hmm.
they reduce for drink beer. Uh, time way will be the grow will be here say when mommy don't drink wine mimbo, it dey make Bobby they come out. So
Yeah.
if mommy in the country, if we don't try it walk. And no means someone over drink. If you take one glass wine mimbo, you drink, so that make picking Bobby come out. Now we work no day and think money for buyers until no day. So I think manually, Christy, that's a very good.
Yeah,
Uh,
he has done a lot of great contributions this evening. We really do appreciate that, please. So always share. We are working as a team though, so County Roots is a platform for all of us. While waiting for one or two calls, we are just calling on everybody. We want everybody to know that this is an educational platform whereby we educate the entire international community about the evils of La République du Cameroon on our people. We equally educate our people back home like we were just doing this evening. Those are the type of things we do. So County Roots is open to 8 million Amazonians. It doesn't matter what part of Amazonia you come from. We don't know anything about affiliation. We know only Amazonia. So if you have important information for our people back home, you just want to let us know, and why not? You will find your place on this platform to pass your information to our people back home. So we are gradually rounding up in the absence of any calls. So the only one call we would have had was a video call. Unfortunately, we don't do video calls on county routes. So yeah, and there are no messages. Let me see. There is no other message that I can share. So we should surely call it a day. So Okay, dear televiewers, fellow Ambazonians, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for patience. Thank you for joining in on County Roots. And we wish you a wonderful evening. Stay blessed. Watch out for the launching of Amba Farmer's Voice tomorrow. Bring in your ideas. Come and ask for advice and information. Let's make Amazonia great again. Please remember to locate your local government area. I have the contact information for 61 LGAs of Amazonia. Call me at any time and I will get you connected. Okay, at the moment I'm saying goodbye, somebody is calling. Let's at least listen to someone. County Roots. All right, you don't. You don't have to stand. Come out for corner television. Come out for corner television, or you reduce the volume. Come out for corner television, or you reduce all the volume. Hello. Hello. County Roots. Hello. Hello. Yeah. County Roots. Hello. Hello. This is County Roots. Hello. All right. Okay. That was a difficult one though. So I was saying, I have the information. Don't say you don't know your LGA because I am here. I am 61. I am the 61 LGAs of Amazonia. Contact me. Don't keep money. Bring it here. Call me. If you can't pay, give it to me. I will pay and forward you every information about it. So we just want to do these things. We know how much we need money. I can't stop saying it. I can't stop asking until everybody starts paying. And doctor, so that is it. So I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, the struggle, we have to help push the struggle in whatever way we can.
Right.
Especially those who are in the diaspora, those who have jobs and they want to support, whether it's refugees in Nigeria, or some of the people, some of the internally displaced people in back at home, wherever they may be. You can support in any way. Those who want to support the restoration forces, yes, they can in whatever way. We have one objective, which is to lead us to Boya. So
exactly.
yes, Comfort, you're right. Keep reminding people that this struggle needs a lot of resources, and that we should all chip in whatever we have, to prosecute the struggle to the end, to the logical end.
Right. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Zama, for your time. Thank you for the great initiative of Amba Farmer's Voice. So we hope to see you again as soon as you are ready. So thank you, fellow Ambazonians. Thank you, dear televiewers, and see you again soon. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Thanks.